And that is my theory on why I think Floyd is a human in cat form.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to another scintillating edition of Wicked Wednesday with my new co-hostess, the one, the only, the baby, Mallory Black.
No, I'm just
kidding. But are you really? Are you really kidding?
Would you be kidding?
Probably not.
Exactly.
I know. Hi, everyone. How are you today? Hi, Susan. Hey, Nikki Ann. Hi, Beverly. Hi, Facebook user. Is that you, Kelly? Hi, Allison. Hey, Julie, Brenda, and Tabitha. Hi, Diane and Kathy. Thank you guys for joining us so much. To say it's been a day
would be the understatement of the century.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a minute. I'll let a few people file in because I kind of only want to say this once. Let's see. Hi, Rhonda. I hope you're feeling better and your allergies got better. Hey, Virginia and Dana. Thank you, Susan. You guys are so sweet to come join us on a wonderful Wednesday night that's so humid here. We're about to get rain, and I'm like,
it's November.
Yes.
And we're still in the 80s.
Yeah. Well, this is the last day.
Y'all.
This is the last day.
Yeah,
Hi, Kelly.
You said it was the last day back in September.
What? No, I meant it gets cold tomorrow.
Oh,
that much I do know.
That's true. Yeah.
I know that. Hey, Vicky. Hi, Nicole. Hey, Wendy. Hi, Lisa. How are you, my dear? What is going on with everybody?
Susan, you're so sweet.
Thank you, Kelly. That's very nice. Hi, Janine. How are you?
Lisa.
Oh, you guys. Thank you. You know what? So here's the thing. We are happy to be spending Wednesday with you because otherwise we would be pacing and twiddling our thumbs, and such things are not a good idea for us right now. So, let's see. Hi again. I think I scrolled by. Oh no, I can't see your name, Facebook user, but hello. It's a brisk 39, Nikki Ann. I am so jealous. It is 77 here right now, and it is 8:00 at night.
Hi, Tabitha.
No, hi Dawn. Hi Fong. How are you? I hope you had a good time in Vegas.
Selena's right. Quality mother-daughter time.
There's been some of that today.
Ew. Vogue.
You like me.
Somewhat.
Hi, Christina. How are you? It's Jan. Hello. Thank you, Jan.
Hi, Ruth.
Hi, Ruth. How you doing, hun? So, as you notice, I have a different co-host today.
Surprise, surprise.
Yes, it was a surprise to everyone, even her.
Even us.
Yeah. So in a nutshell, hi, Melissa. It's snowing, Kelly. Oh my gosh.
I know sending you all the hugs. Honey.
That's the I don't know. I think maybe they're used to it. I don't know. She's in the Canada.
No.
The Canada. Because it's not just Canada.
It's not just Canada. It's the Canada.
The Canada. Ask your father.
It's a thing.
South Missouri was 80 today with a high of 58 tomorrow. Yeah. Today was 85, and I think tomorrow's like 61. You can't make this shit up. Yes, she is a lovely surprise guest hostess. It's true. Hey, Allison, freezing rain. Oh, that's no fun. You want snow in Western Oklahoma, Rhonda? Good luck.
Have fun.
Yeah, maybe in another month or two, but right now, good luck. Yeah. So, thank you guys for joining us. We, like I said, it's nice to be able to hang out with friends instead of pacing. William is not here right now. We got a phone call at basically 4:30 this morning. His mom had to go to the hospital. They've been trying to get her situation under control all day. He has not been here. So I will be the first to apologize on the Black family behalf for all of you who ordered this beauty, because it's so pretty, you guys, and it's so much bigger than I thought too. I have signed them. They are sitting on our kitchen island waiting to be mailed out, and that was going to be his task for today, for this morning, in fact. And then this phone call sort of derailed our whole lives. So we actually spent the majority of the morning trying to get some other things done that he was going to do that couldn't wait at all, like the pool, because otherwise it was going to overflow and some things like that. And then we went and spent the afternoon at the hospital with my mother-in-law. So it's been a long day. Hi, Louise. Um, Thank you, Kelly. It's been, I feel like, oh, thank you, Dana. Sorry. I feel like we just got her settled, and she was just, starting to find some friends and getting into the
She
groove
was
of
really
living.
liking the place.
Right, living in her new place. And that was your impression. Mimi
Yeah,
was enjoying it.
absolutely. She was getting to know the place, and she was so far having a great time.
Yeah, she was, making some friends. And
I mean, on moving day when we were all done getting stuff together, she was all but like ushering us out the door. I mean,
she was like, "Yeah, yeah, okay,
she's like,
thanks. We're
"Yeah,
doing
great,
great.
bye."
Bye." We're like, "Oh, did that mean you wanted us? Okay, we're leaving, I guess."
Mhm.
She has this great big bed. She loves the mattress. She was enjoying her new TV, like all of the things. And hi, Cindy. She woke up this morning and at like 4 or something and hit her panic button because she said she couldn't breathe. So her medical situation is really complicated. Of course, a lot of you who have been here know she had a stroke at the end of June. And it's been complicated by some other heart related situations. And that's kind of what this is too. So it's just, and because she just moved here and doesn't really have doctors here yet, we were in the middle of setting all of that up. She literally went to see the primary care doctor yesterday afternoon.
Yes, yeah. Yesterday, she saw her new primary care doctor,
Okay. And
and
then,
she was just fine.
yeah, and she was fine, you guys. She was fine. And so, well, you know what, Kelly, honestly, like I said, we could either sit around and twiddle our thumbs and worry,
Or we could talk
or
to
we could
all
talk
y'all.
to our friends. So we elected to talk to our friends. And thank you guys for joining us. And we're going to try to not be Debbie Downers tonight, because after the whole day of trying to medically intervene, she is finally resting. And I'm like, you guys, my hair's still wet. I didn't do a whole lot today. She is resting comfortably. The situation seems to be getting under control. I think they're going to keep her um, for the next day or two, and then we'll see. Yeah, she
She's
came here.
she came here about over a week ago.
Yeah, it'll be 2 weeks ago on
She
Friday.
stayed with us in the house for a week, and
Yeah,
then and so we until we could get access to her room so we could move all
yeah,
her stuff in. And
yeah.
since last Friday, she's been
Living
living there.
independently and doing great, like enjoying, all the things that are going on there, and having somebody else cook for her, which is awesome. That's a really good question, Eve, and I wish it were the case, because she has had such things in the past, though not in years and years.
No, but it has happened before, but not
Yeah,
for a long
this is
time.
definitely a lot more of a complicated situation. And so you have they're trying to get a cardiologist in there, talking to a
A
neurologist, and yeah,
pulmonologist.
she's got a whole situation happening. So
Fortunately, she has a team,
she
so
does, and they seem to be excuse
on the
me,
same page.
and really working to get things under control. So um I've been thinking for a while anyway that when she saw a new specialist here, that they were going to want up to switch up her meds in some conditions anyway. So I think that's just going to hasten all of this. I think if we had been able to accelerate that a little bit, that we would have maybe been able to not go through such drama today. But what we're going to have to wait and see what else they're able to do for her. But in the meantime, this one got to spend some time with her Mimi and hold her hand, and it was good.
I would say it was hard to see her. I'd never seen my grandmother in a hospital bed before. That was a first for me, but I'm just glad that someone was there to help her.
Yes. Yes, yes. So, I think Mr. Man is on his way home. Um, okay, I don't need to hear from you right now, Apple Watch. Um, he's been there more than 12 hours. I think he's eaten half a meal. It has not been a great day for him, and I think he's going to take a shower and probably crash. But he's hanging in there, and the fact that they're able to get some things under control and she's finally resting comfortably is because she was not comfortable when we were there. She
No,
was tossing and thrashing and really struggling to breathe, and it was on the
it
scary side,
it
you
was
guys.
hard to
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah. So it has just been a really long day, and I wish I could tell you the number of people in my inbox that I owe work to. I'm doing everything I can, and that's just all I can do. It is what it is. But I will promise you that as soon as he gets a chance, he will be mailing all of these out. Like I said, they're signed, they're ready to go. It's purdy. If you guys ordered a hardcover, they should be here in the next couple of days. They're not here yet. They keep moving the goalposts. It's really frustrating. At one point, it was like, they're coming on this day. Nope, psych. Now they're coming on this day. Oh, you thought they were coming? Ha 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 ha. Yeah. I'm like, who's organizing this? Because you guys aren't
Mhm.
doing a good job.
Always such a tease.
I know. That's how I feel too. So, yeah, that's what we're doing in the scheme of life.
We are doing okay, Eve.
Yeah,
We're
we are.
we're
Thank
doing our
you.
best, and I guess that's all we can say for right now.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
that's
we're gonna be okay.
yes, we are. We're doing our thing, and
We are rising above.
we're doing our very, very best to like not go into
Panic mode.
thank you. Yes. That was just
Mhm.
oh, thank you, Ruth. Yeah, I really think that we should have the hardcovers. I think they do this weird thing where they um deliver them like 2 and 3 at a time, right?
Yeah.
Like it's weird. You'll open this giant box and there's like 3 books in it and you're going, I don't who packed this? So supposedly we're getting drips and drabs through all of next week. I hope that they just consolidate at some point, but we'll see. Um oh sorry. It's been a long day, you guys. It has been a really long day. So, what's new with y'all?
I hope y'all's day was much better than ours.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Amen. Because it's just been a lot lately. And
Yeah.
I wanted to come on and tell you guys as like I said, spend time with friends rather than sitting here pacing, because otherwise I would 100%
Mhm.
just be pacing my house.
So with that said, we have no agenda. So
Yeah.
let's go.
Let's talk about something.
Anything.
So I will tell you, you guys are getting some peeks at some things that literally just came in the mail today. So I will show you. Let's see. I don't remember if I had this last week. I think I might have.
Yeah.
Do you see my restraint here, you guys? If you saw this last week, it's still in the plastic. I have been meaning to.
I thought we were calling it the
condom,
the
yeah.
condom.
Well, I keep meaning to take it out and like
But-
TikTok the unboxing, as it were, but I just haven't yet. And anyway, if I didn't show you this last week, it's so pretty. It's so pretty.
And
like,
when you put your fingers
it's
against
actually
the cover,
raised.
it's raised.
So
Raised fine. Beautiful. I could touch it all day long.
like I feel like Vanna just going,
Mhm.
oh look. Anyway,
Mhm.
so this is, if you didn't know, if you didn't see the email this morning, which thankfully I did in advance. So this baby is available on Kickstarter currently. And so
Eve, girl, you're already on Christmas decorations.
oh my gosh.
I never let William do sing Christmas songs. Don't
No.
even mention
Mm-mm.
Christmas until Black Friday, and that's a compromise for me.
Yeah, we're like, there you go. You have a question.
The boss man going. You mean, oh, I think
Jake.
Jake. Poor Jake. I will say with this book, I started writing and I'm like 4,000 words in so far. And this book, guys, I have to say, I think of all my male characters I've tortured the most, Jake is probably the most tortured.
Deserving?
The most,
he's kind of an ass.
I admit he is a bit of an ass, but not as bad of an ass as you might think.
Okay. Okay.
Just there's gonna be a lot of bless his heart.
Kelly says, Darkness and Revenge Ducks. Let's chat about those. Okay, we can do that. That's something I'm equipped to talk about.
How about the World Series game?
Oh my gosh, right? Yay, the Rangers. I'm not a baseball person, but
there's so many people that were texting me that day about the game.
Right?
And they're like, oh my God. I'm like, y'all, I'm like, they're like, are you watching? I'm like, no, I'm working.
I'm working. No, I don't know. Let's see. Allison says, I just finished your first book, Mallory. Yay!
I'm so glad you liked it.
Thank you, Allison.
Thank
That's
you
awesome.
very much. I hope you enjoyed the second one too, because it's spicy.
Your daughter had her baby last Friday. Congratulations!
Congrats.
Yay! Congratulations, Virginia.
Theodora Ivy.
Oh, that's cute.
8 pounds.
12 ounces.
Wow,
that's a baby.
Big baby.
Compared to you, anyway.
Yeah, I was like 6
compared to you.
Nothing.
Let's see. Your niece got a new kitten, and your nephew built an escape room with.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Oh, that's adorbs.
With couch cushions and blankets. That is my kind of escape room.
It is. Oh my gosh. Let's see. You helped your husband finish some work on the tile floor. Yeah, I wish that I was that handy. I'm just kind of not.
I mean, I can hold the hammer, but that's about it.
Let's see. Until after Thanksgiving in the USA, yes. Your house isn't allowed to talk about Christmas until December 1st. You know what?
We were like that for a while, and then I compromised. And then my father and I came to a compromise to Black Friday.
Well, I might nix your compromise because Thanksgiving is early this year. It's like really early. It's the 23rd. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready to hear Christmas like that early. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, that still doesn't give Mariah Carey the right to come into my home.
I just can't.
Because the minute you hear like hi, I was like no.
Yeah, Jan. My next Kickstarter should be called "It Only Took 9 Minutes." You know what the problem is? Then he sounds like maybe you don't want to spend that much time with him if it only took 9 minutes.
I mean, it's better than 6,
I suppose, but still, I don't know. So you're not looking forward to the holidays.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I felt that way last holidays about my first without my dad. So I know what you're saying. It is like that thing where you know it's coming and you don't know how you're going to deal with it. And it's minute by minute, hour by hour. That's all you can do, Beverly, is the best you can. And just, I tell myself even now, my dad would have never wanted us to not enjoy a holiday because he wasn't here. That's just not who my dad was. So
what we told ourselves last Christmas was to just breathe and be.
Yeah, it's really all you can do. So, let's see. You already have the original. Yeah. Well, they load. No. So here's what happened, Chrissy. It doesn't automatically reload because the previous books were uploaded by my publisher. So they had a different account. They don't even access Amazon the way individual authors do. And that was their book to sell at that time. They reverted the rights to me. I am rewriting them. I'm expanding them. I'm re-editing them. I'm changing them in certain cases. And so the book that I have up is not the same book that you read. how many years ago was that now? 15 or whatever.
20 something.
No, it was 2008. So
yeah, 15.
Yeah, it's a different book for sure. So I am going to change some things in the plot. I'm going to deviate in places. So yeah, the old books, I wish there was some easier way to do it, but they just won't stand because it's different. Amazon knows that we're different legal entities, and so I can't just like access my traditional publisher's account and be like, here, can you sell this for me? It's just a whole behind the scenes legal blah blah thing. Nikki Ann says she crocheted 300 hearts to stuff hug envelopes for soldiers overseas. That's awesome.
That's one thing I actually want to learn one day, how to crochet.
I knew at one point when I was a teenager, and then I
joined a knitting club in middle school. I hardly went to any of the meetings because I could never get it right. I always had to ask
You tried.
And at some point, the instructor just got pissed off at me and walked out. I don't blame her.
Your daughter moved back in and brought her kitten. Aw, he's been giving her a treat. Yes. Yes. When Floyd and Fifi were little, they climbed everything.
Another reason why I don't want to put the Christmas decorations up too early, because Floyd will get awfully excited about the ornaments.
He does.
He's really bets at them. Meanwhile, Fifi goes underneath the tree entirely.
Yeah.
And goes take a nap.
Yeah. It's her fortress of solitude. You're looking forward to Thanksgiving, but not Christmas.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Oh my gosh. No.
Rude.
Super rude.
Rude.
Yeah, it's not for me.
Wait at least until the morning of Thanksgiving. Something. Anything.
Well, after Thanksgiving. Like, we can't even enjoy one holiday before we get another.
I mean, it was not even Halloween. I was already seeing Christmas decorations at Costco.
That was in July. I was like, literally, it's July, people.
Why?
I don't know. No, Fong, I'm gonna get back on him. I think he's trying so hard to make it perfect that he's
really taking his time.
He's not doing it at all because he's like, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. Like I've heard him in there trying, bless him.
83 takes later.
Yeah, I'm like, honey, just like
take a take.
Yeah, get it out. Get it out. Just saying. But I will prompt him about that as soon as we.
Interesting question, Jan. Right there.
Okay, yeah, I see. Yeah. Hang on. Let me show you a few other things, and then we will totally play random game.
Totally play a game.
So these just came today, so you guys are the first person to get to see them.
Are we allowed to show them?
I'm live.
For those who are on Facebook, you might want to go over to YouTube because I think YouTube's about to. I think Facebook is about to take us down.
I may put some fingers and thumbs over things.
You're good here. Yeah.
I just
want to hand them to you
because they're right here. It's fine.
I want to be a part of it. I didn't even touch it. I don't want to touch a blank piece of paper. Isn't she so lovely? Or something.
Something. So some of you have asked me what the vellum sheets look like. And
are they going to be too transparent for them to see?
Well, this is what you're supposed to do with them. So I don't know. I think this will show up. Like this is the cover.
Yeah, here I got it.
Vellum, you guys. Granted, we're changing genres here, but here.
Yeah.
So. Here. People have asked me, what does this look like?
Well,
so you put it over your page, and you kind of get the idea.
That's pretty cool.
That is really cool. It's very pretty. Okay, you're gonna have to turn that fan. It's awful in here. Woo!
Yeah, it's been really hot today. We
humid.
thought we could have the windows open, and next thing you know, we're so closing them and putting on the AC again.
Yeah. So. This one, I think I can mostly show you. I might have to cover a little something here, but this is actually the vellum from my story. I hate to cover her face too, but otherwise you're seeing poopies. Yeah.
You might see something else.
Yeah.
In particular.
And this is from Goldens, but I'm censoring.
You can probably take a wild guess what she's covering.
Yeah, so
I think you know.
there you go. That's see if that's your dad.
No,
I just heard something outside. So that's what the vellums look like. And there's okay, one for every story, and I think they turned out super cute, you guys. So hi, Straggler.
William has arrived.
So those are the vellums. I think, like I said, I think they turned out really pretty, and I hope that everyone who ordered, the tier who gets the vellums ends up enjoying them. I honestly didn't even know what they were going to look like, and when I got them, I was like, they're so pretty. So that's my excitement. Okay.
What's a
Movie you hate to admit you love? Con Air. Okay. I like this game.
I gotta think about this one.
Think about that. I have one in mind. Okay, how is the Kickstarter going? It's going well. We still have so much to share, and I have things on order so I can show you guys more things. They just haven't come yet. So I'm showing you things as they show up, because I've had some people reach out to me and say, hey, what does this look like? Or can you give me some idea of what that looks like? And some things I have and some things I don't. So that's why I'm kind of dribbing and drabbing, because I still don't have everything yet. It's been designed, but it hasn't actually arrived like this finally did today. Let's see. You still don't have an idea?
Well, here's the thing.
Okay.
I don't have a favorite of all time. I don't have a least favorite of all time.
No, they didn't say of all time. Just a movie that you.
No, I'm thinking.
I have one, and I'll tell you, and everyone laughs when I say I like this movie, and I haven't seen it in a long time, so I don't know if I would still like it, but I liked it when it came out. Grease 2.
Yeah.
I know. She's like, what? It was horrible. And I was like,
no.
I thought it was funny.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
Eclipse.
Well,
the Twilight movies.
I liked all the movies. I mean,
I thought you didn't like Twilight, the first one.
No, it's okay.
My whole friend group just makes fun of the first movie.
Well, it was low budget and it showed.
Yeah, it was definitely an indie film.
Yeah. So let's see. Somebody else tell me your movies. So Jan's was Con Air.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's others that I'm not thinking of.
Yeah. Oh, what's on my shirt?
Vicky? It's a cute shirt from Elle Boone.
Oh yeah, I've grown so attached to this shirt. I read what I want. I wear it all the time.
She wears it all the time.
It's so cute
and comfortable
and extremely comfortable.
Yay!
I'm all about comfort in this house.
Well, we are, yeah. Thank you, Jan. I love the artists who did the work too. I think all the vellums turned out really pretty. So I'm excited. What tier can they be purchased? So there's a tier that's, I think it's called something like hardcover plus, I'm going to look it up because I'm not going to remember. It's like hardcover plus spoils or something like that. Let me get this and I will tell you immediately. It is, yeah, it's luxury hardcover plus spoils. If you just get the regular hardcover, because these are really meant to be in conjunction with the book, right? Mm-hmm. If you get the hardcover by itself, I should not have. Okay, well, here, I can't take this out of it without ripping it. You'll get the vellum, not the one behind it, but the cover, right? The one that's the hardcover plus spoils, you get the vellums for the cover and all 5 stories. So, 50 Shades movies.
I can understand that.
I get it. I didn't think they were as bad as people said they were. I would say
the first one was, I mean, like, with at the time, the only one was the only one. Yeah, it was pretty good. And then I would say as as the franchise progressed and there were more movies, I actually started liking the
Yeah,
franchise.
you liked
more.
them better.
I like like as they continued on with 2 and 3, I was like, okay, these movies are a lot better than they were with the first one. Just
yeah,
it was just a progression.
Happy Gilmore. I haven't seen that in a long time. I liked Happy Gilmore. I think that's though like my love somewhat of Dodgeball. Like I could watch Dodgeball constantly.
Dip, duck, dive, dodge, and dive. All the after series.
The after series.
You know, I really tried getting into it, but here's the problem though. I read after when it was still on Wattpad, when it was still Harry Styles fan fiction.
Yeah.
I read like about 75% of it, and then of course life happens and I couldn't continue anymore. But it was like it's once you've read it, you can't really look at it the same way, you know.
Yeah.
So,
McClintock. I liked that movie. I know you have probably never seen it, but it's a John Wayne film from a long time ago. But I enjoyed McClintock. That's actually a film that William likes a lot as well. Xanadu.
You know,
we watched it.
The first time I watched it, we made the mistake of having me watch it sober. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it's not a movie you're meant to watch sober.
If I was drunk and watching this movie, I mean, it would be like 10 out of 10. Unfortunately, this movie for me, sober, stone cold sober, was giving it a generous rating of 5.
And part of it was like Olivia Newton-John was awesome.
Yeah.
Gene Kelly was awesome.
It was great.
Who cast that dude as her love interest?
Bless his heart.
I just wow. It was like he was not only not attractive, but he kind of seemed like he phoned it in. I'm like, you are opposite Olivia Newton-John and you're phoning it in.
I'm also all about details, and the fact that the one, like in one scene, they would be doing a number with roller skates, and then they'd be walking to the movie theater. I'd be like, "Where'd the skates go?"
You have a continuity problem.
What?
Thank you. Somebody else likes, and Nicole thinks Grease 2 is great. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, have you seen these?
No.
I haven't seen that either.
You know, I saw snippets of Crybaby, and I thought it was interesting.
Okay. Elf. I like Elf. And I saw somebody the other day who said they hate Elf. And I was like, oh, it's so cute.
I'd say of all the Christmas movies that my boyfriend Mitchell loves, Elf is at the top of the list. It's an absolute must for him every year.
Adventures in Babysitting. That was funny too.
Yeah, I watched one of the movies, and I was like, that poor babysitter. She is getting like paid less than what she should,
right? For all this mess
she went through.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Yeah, I liked that as well.
Okay, I changed mine.
Okay,
about it. Justice League.
Really?
Yeah, like the recent one with Wonder Woman and Superman.
Yeah.
After Batman versus Superman.
Yeah,
I liked it a lot, but I know it didn't do well at the box office.
Me Before You. I did enjoy that. We went and saw that. Yeah, it was good. Maid of Honor.
Oh, I watched that.
Yeah,
I
you
love
like
Patrick
that.
Dempsey. Was a good movie.
Yeah.
Descendants. I understand where you're coming from. It's like they were taking what they did with High School Musical with the Descendants franchise. I get where they were going. Baby. I just was too old.
Baby. She loves that.
No, I gotta say, all I'm gonna say about Avatar: Last Airbender, I think Zutara could have happened. If you know, you know.
Okay.
Zutara could have happened.
Here you go. Another one. Adventures in Babysitting.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You hate to admit you watch it when your kids aren't around. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Let's see. You're late. Hi, Becca. What's up, girl? What's up? Let's see. And Rebecca says, hi, baby.
Hi.
Let's see. You were thinking. Oh boy. Okay. There we go. We fixed it. Okay, moving on.
Love
yeah,
Elf.
I took care of the troll.
The Hunt for Red October.
Oh, I love that movie. It's one of my favorites.
I actually sat down by myself and watched it one afternoon. And I was like, damn, this is a good movie.
Good movie.
Really good.
And here's something else you'll respond to.
Yeah.
You love the
I
Mummy movies.
I have to say, first one, the best.
Yeah.
The absolute, total, iconic, golden Hollywood age. And then the second one was pretty good, just as good. And then you get to the third one, and I'm like, where's Rachel Weisz? I'm sorry, but where is she?
It was weird.
It was really weird.
Yeah.
It was a thing.
You know what, Melissa? I liked Glee early on, and then
it got weird.
And then it just like
They
you could
jumped
tell
around plots.
Well, and then you would tell they didn't know where they were going. And when Corey Monteith died,
it
they
was
were like,
hard.
there went our whole plot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the one episode I remember from Glee, I will never forget. It's a sad one too. It was when Becky, Sue Sylvester's, I guess, mentoree, she had Down
Minty, or
she had Down syndromes, and he had, or no, it was not Becky. It was Sue Sylvester's sister, who you find out later had Down syndrome. She had passed away, and they were and the Glee cast decided to give her a funeral that was Willy Wonka the Chocolate Factory based, like the 1970s movie. And so they sang the Pure Imagination song, which is one of my favorite songs, because it tears me up. It's how anyone would feel about Somewhere Over the Rainbow by Judy Garland.
Yeah.
That emotional.
I've never seen We Bought a Zoo. I've looked at
it.
Yeah,
it's
I've
based
seen
on a true story.
No, I know. I just have never sat down and watched it. I
am an odd person who loves really dark movies. So especially
true.
World War II dark movies. For example, if you know, one of my favorite actresses is Jessica Sanchez, and she is in a movie called it's about the zookeeper's wife.
Oh,
based on a true story. If you haven't seen the movie, you got to check it out. It's one of the most heroic things I've ever seen, and the fact that they got away with hiding as many as many
animals.
Not animals, as many Jews as they possibly could from the war.
All right.
Who were hiding.
See, I haven't seen it, so I don't.
In Poland. It's incredible.
Somebody, Kelly's saying you can't think of a single movie that was better than a book. No, but I can think of a movie. So if anybody's seen Rock of Ages, I've seen both the stage show and the movie, and they're different.
Very different.
They're very different. And people got angry because the movie wasn't like the stage show.
No.
But I actually found myself preferring the movie to it was fun to be at the live show because it was like a party atmosphere. But in terms of like overall enjoyability, were you with me on that?
I didn't see the stage show, but
I thought you did.
I didn't. I wasn't there for it.
Okay.
But I will say, when we first saw it in theaters the very first time, we both looked at each other and we went, who knew Tom Cruise could sing?
Right.
We were like, what?
The Harry Potter books, you've only read, never the movies. The first two are very close.
Because the director at the time, Chris Columbus, was very insistent on keeping as close to the books as possible. And then once they started changing directors it was like one director per movie after that.
Well, until they got to David Yates. But the problem was, that's why they had to split Deathly Hallows into two movies, because that was the other problem. Starting with Goblet of Fire, the books got so bigger that it was hard to put into a single movie. And so then they started cutting, and I never will get over being bitter about the fact that
Dobby died?
No, that in Azkaban, which is actually I think my favorite movie, they never explained the Marauders map. If you didn't,
if you read the book, you know.
But if I knew somebody who had never read the books, only seen the movies, and he was like, I don't understand. I'm like, I know you don't, because they didn't take the 15 seconds it would have taken. 15 seconds, not kidding.
Yeah, all they had to do.
So annoying.
Yeah. It
annoys me every time. But in Harry Potter, Goblet of Fire is my favorite book. but I just thought Alfonso Cuarón, I think is his name, did such a good job directing.
The Goblet of Fire 5, the movie, was my favorite of all the movies. They were really good.
4.
Oh no, yeah, Goblet of Fire. I'm sorry, I'm thinking the Order of Phoenix. Interesting how you bring that out, Jan. I actually am. I saw Wicked live on Broadway back in 2014. No, 2013. No, it was March of 2014. The first time I ever went to New York with these folks.
Yeah.
And we the first night we saw Phantom of the Opera. That was a cool experience. And the next evening we went to go see Wicked. I was blown away.
Oh, so good.
I went into Wicked completely blind. I had no idea what it was about.
It was so good.
And I have such a fear. I have a phobia of the Wicked Witch of the West. Please, Shannon, please don't send me anything Wicked Witch of the West related because I can't handle it. I really can't.
She hates it.
My dad, just the voice already. No one needs to torture me.
Yeah.
But it was so good. And then when I heard that they were making a movie, like parts 1 and 2, they were dividing the Broadway show into a movie and 2 movies, and it was with like one of my favorite pop artists, Ariana Grande. I was like, awesome. She's a theater kid from way back. She'll handle it really well. So very excited about that.
Titanic. Okay, so we have very mixed feelings. I hate this movie. I hate that movie, so I can't even describe how much I hate the movie, but I have a visceral response to Titanic because I went with my mother-in-law actually to see it in theaters when she was a baby.
I was 6 months old when this movie came out.
And I literally could not. I was already not really ready to be away from her for 3+ hours. It was at Christmas. And then when they had little floating blue babies in the water, I was like, I literally got up and left. I mean, I knew we were 2.5 hours into the movie. I got up and left. I could not do it. I was done.
The only reason why I really liked that movie, in all honesty, was I had a huge fixation on Titanic, the ship itself, from even way before I watched the movie, because I was such a huge history buff. And one day I got on the internet and said, I want to know everything I can possible about the Titanic, and I did. Like she could tell you. Like, I spent hours.
Everything.
I know just about almost everything.
Yeah.
It's like I had to recommend. There's a guy on TikTok who is all about Titanic too, and he probably knows way more than I do. I don't know his username, but he talks all things Titanic. You name it, he talks about it.
This is my other complaint, Eve. This was 100% my other complaint. If you love that man, take turns with him on the damn floating whatever. Like, you guys could have both made it. You could have. But you stood there and went, oh, I'll love you forever. I'm so sorry. Oh, you died. What a shame.
Okay, I'll be honest. I was really pissed about that too. But then in like the full picture, I kind of realized her whole purpose of Jack is to break free from her family. If she just went from her family to Jack, she's not actually gaining her own freedom. This is about gaining her own freedom. It was never about romance.
Well, my other thing was, but people romanticize Jack and Rose. And I'm like, listen, if Titanic doesn't sink and they make it to New York, these two people do not last 10 minutes once they're off that boat. Like, I was like, everybody stop romanticizing them. They are not going to make it. Like,
Rose wasn't actually looking for love. She was looking for freedom, and Jack was the one who gave it to her.
Yeah, I know. It's a no for me.
Okay, I will say.
You love Les Mis. I've tried.
Anne Hathaway did a fantastic job.
Just can't do it.
I'd never seen the production before, and to see this movie when they actually sang, there was no lip syncing or nothing. It was all of them, pure and raw. I was like, damn.
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah, I'll tell you another movie that and you like it too. You like it too.
I do like it.
Is the Gerard Butler Phantom of the Opera. I will watch it.
I feel bad because there was an interview that Gerard did. And he talked about this movie and how proud he was of it.
Yeah. And he got crucified.
And he was like, I'm really sad that people really didn't get what I was trying to portray. Because his whole purpose was trying to show just how alone and isolated the Phantom is, because it's really about his isolation,
It
his
is.
wanting to connect to people, and
Just
like
not doing it in a very healthy way.
no, it's a very toxic way. But he
Yeah.
was like, that was what I was trying to convey, and people just didn't really understand at the time.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that people consider it a cult classic today.
Well, and Emmy Rossum did all of those vocals, didn't she?
Yeah, and she was
And
barely 18.
It's just, I thought everything that, like, and I'm a person who's seen the Phantom stage show probably 10 times at least. So it's, and so many of the Phantom purists were like, hated it, just hated it. I'm like, you kind of have to take it for what it is. And in some ways, I appreciated the way they could go back and forth in time and tell weirdly a more linear story, because you can't do that as easily on a stage and change sets and the makeup and like, so I kind of appreciated, because to me they explained some things in the movie that I'd always wondered, but you couldn't really tell the story in that fashion on the stage. So Father of the Bride, I enjoyed that. I liked that.
I don't think I saw Father of the Bride.
It's cute.
I saw my best friend's wedding. I've been wanting to see Runaway Bride.
Oh, you'll appreciate this.
Hey, yep. Scared the crap out of me.
The monkeys, yes. I remember being kids and being like, oh, hell
the
no.
The monkeys didn't faze me. It was that freaking Wicked Witch of the West. You know, I have to, I'm sorry, but I got to blame you and Dad, because you introduced it to me when I was way too young.
Yeah.
Because I've had a trauma ever since.
Oh, here we go. You live in Nova Scotia. I think that's what you're saying. We have a graveyard here for people who died on Titanic and a museum with artifacts. She's been to a museum.
I have been, like,
in Vegas.
There was one in Vegas. It was only temporary. My dad took me. It was at the Luxor Hotel.
Yeah, way back in the day.
And so they had it all set up. And the very first moment you walk in, it's a third class hallway, and I'm like, oh, I've always seen this in pictures. I was fangirling.
Yeah, she was.
I was fangirling. Then you saw the staircase, and I was like, meh, because I was like, it's not the real staircase, because the real staircase was pretty impressive. And then you saw all the artifacts, and you got to touch, like, they had made a replica of the iceberg, and it would, and if you put your hand to it, you could feel just how cold it was back in 1912. That's how cold it was. And so they were like, if you want to get an idea of how cold it really was in that ocean, there you go.
This is another movie you like.
Oh yes, the original.
Yes,
with all those, like, I remember all those 2000s childhood actors.
Yeah.
And they're like my age now. But I loved the first one, because it was so cute. And also, who doesn't pass up a movie with Hilary Duff in it? I mean.
Well, speaking of Hilary Duff, Cindy sang the Cinderella with Leslie Ann Warren, which I don't think I saw. I think it's probably an older one. But the number of times you watched the Hilary Duff version, I remember.
I loved that. I love that version, because it's Hilary Duff, first of all.
Yes.
Second of all, it's also with the guy who was the blonde guy who was in One Tree Hill.
Oh yeah.
Really hot.
Oh yeah, this is another one, The Parent Trap.
Lindsay Lohan version.
I've watched both. I like The Proposal is another great movie. The baby making blanket is awesome.
We call it The Baby Maker.
Like, wow.
Freaking Betty White, Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, it's a great cast.
Ryan Reynolds.
A
very hot, young Ryan Reynolds.
See, one of my favorite movies of all time is Crazy Stupid Love. If you've never seen it, I love Emma Stone, Steve Carell, Ryan Gosling. I mean, it's a really good movie. It's one of my favorites.
You know the scene that came to mind with Ryan Gosling and Steve Carell.
Yeah.
That scene. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Let's see. What was the name of that other movie that Hilary Duff was in, where it was like she was the singer, and they went to Italy, and she.
Oh no, that was Lizzie McGuire.
Oh,
the movie.
That's right.
Oh yeah. One thing, the main reason why I loved Hilary Duff as a kid was because she was like the it girl on Disney Channel.
Yeah.
And the reason to that was because she had her own show called Lizzie McGuire, and it was such a huge show that they gave her her own movie. And it's one of my favorite childhood movies, because it's so cute, it's so wholesome, And also, I mean, who doesn't love humiliating a man who tries to impersonate you as some other pop star when in reality he's trying to humiliate you? So
Right.
it's a thing.
I love How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days is
Benji
hysterical.
Wenji.
Benji Wenji and the house plant. I love that's awesome. 40-Year-Old Virgin, I like, but I have to say, I really, if I'm gonna go for Steve Carell in a movie,
Kelly Clarkson.
I really prefer Anchorman. Steve
Anchorman.
Carell in Anchorman is so funny. He plays Brick and he is dumb as. Like, I absolutely think Anchorman is one of the funniest movies
The
ever.
Notebook. I have to say,
I wouldn't watch it.
say what you will about The Notebook. It's one of my favorites.
I wouldn't watch it.
Right next to A Walk to Remember.
I have
I'm
seen
just
A Walk
that-
to Remember. I don't.
I like
Okay.
The Notebook because I love Rachel McAdams and Ryan Gosling. I think they have such great chemistry with each other.
Rhonda, you have hit on one of my least favorite movies of all time. And it's not that I don't like the cast, because I like the cast and some of it is really funny. But every time I watch that, I get angry. I'm like, freaking Julia Roberts should have known better. They told her, and she still did it anyway. You dumb bitch. Sorry, that's my, like, you just don't do that. The doctors are telling you something. Listen. There. So that's my rant.
I get you, Brenda. I really get you. Enchanted, the first one, was really good.
Enchanted was good.
I was first introduced to Amy Adams with that movie. And then I saw Disenchanted. I'm like, it's still good, but like again, it's not the same as the first one.
No, nothing ever is.
No.
I don't think I've seen The Heat with Sandra Bullock. One of my favorite Sandra Bullock movies besides The Proposal is I love, and it's like that little cult classic, and I don't know why more people don't consider this a holiday movie, because it's 100% a holiday movie, which is While You Were Sleeping. I have seen While You Were Sleeping probably 25 times. Like, I love While You Were Sleeping. It's one of my favorites. And then I also introduced her way back in the day to Speed. I could watch Speed constantly.
I was shocked to see a very, very, very young Sandra Bullock.
Yes.
I was like, oh my gosh, I know that voice anywhere.
Yeah. And
she has that distinct voice.
Keanu Reeves was so hot in that movie.
He was like, I'm going to bring you down. And I was like, wow, that's so Keanu.
It is.
Dirty Dancing.
Oh, yes. And The Princess Bride.
Hello.
Oh.
My name's Inigo Montoya. You killed my father, prepare to die.
That word does not mean what you think it means.
Inconceivable. The guy who played Inigo Montoya, he goes around, or I've seen videos where he goes around, I guess he tours or something, and people ask him to do the line.
Oh, yeah.
So he'll do the line.
Yeah.
And all of us fans are like,
I know. Die Hard, that is a Christmas movie. Sorry, but it is.
I would say there's a docu-series on Netflix called The Movies That Made Us.
Yeah.
And I didn't really get Die Hard. I didn't understand the whole fascination until I watched an episode about how they made it.
It's
and I was
so
like,
good.
oh my God, Alan Rickman's in this movie?
Yes.
And it takes place around Christmas?
It's so good. Aaron Brockovich is a great movie. It is.
I've been dying to try and watch it. I've been trying to get my hands on this movie.
It's so good.
I'm struggling to find it anywhere. No one's playing.
Yes, other people like While You Were Sleeping too. So many people are like, I've never even heard of this movie, and I'm like, no, it's such a great Christmas movie. I have no idea why it never makes a list of Christmas movies, and I'm like, it's way more Christmas-y than some of the other movies that people talk about.
Yes, Eve. The one with Julia Roberts about pollution is Aaron Brockovich. I've been trying to get my hands on it. Like, it's nowhere in sight. Ooh, there's none. You know one movie I really like?
What's that?
It's Leonardo DiCaprio movie.
Okay.
And it's a dream within a dream within a dream.
Oh, Inception.
Inception.
But you also like that version of Gatsby.
I love that version. The newer version of Gatsby. I watched the older version and I was like, I don't like this version of Daisy. I know Daisy's not the sharpest tool in the shed from a character perspective, because I read the book, but I'm like, this is like dumber than dumb. And then I saw the woman who plays Daisy is the woman who plays one of Lizzie Bennett's sisters.
Oh, okay.
It's Kitty.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, like, in the 2005 Keira Knightley movie.
I was going to say A&E BBC or Keira Knightley. Okay. Got
So,
it.
yeah.
Which is, how many times have we seen Pride and Prejudice? Like a billion.
Trillion.
Yeah, a bunch.
Quadrillion.
Yeah, it's kind of like our favorite comfort movie. And that scene in the rain in the gazebo again, if you know, you know. Oh my gosh, I could
Mhm.
just eat him up. Are you kidding me
Mhm.
right now?
Top Gun, of course.
Yes, and that's another movie we've watched about a billion times.
This movie is one of my favorite
One of my
political
favorites.
thriller movies of all
All
time.
time. It's so good.
Denzel Washington, also
Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts, and what was that guy's name who later played the president in Scandal?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Tony Goldwyn.
Tony Goldwyn. He
Yep.
also voiced Tarzan in the Tarzan movie.
He did, which I didn't know for a long time.
I was watching Tarzan one day, and I was like, "Oh my god,
I know
Tony
that.
Goldwyn."
Oh, this is another one of my very favorite movies.
I have not seen that.
Oh, I love this movie. It's hysterical, and such a good like metamorphosis of Meg Ryan's character. She really goes through a full character arc, which I so appreciate. And honestly, so does Kevin Kline's character. Like, I think the writing in this movie is just really, really brilliant. And I had it in VHS, and I don't have a way to play it anymore. So,
there's another movie that I really like that's based on a true story,
and
it's about a teacher in like it's like during the LA riots.
Yeah.
And God, I forgot her name, but she really it's like
Stand and Deliver.
No, it's not Stand and Deliver. That's a different guy.
Okay.
It was a female teacher. She had just come fresh out of college.
Oh, I know
that one.
And they play the Coolio song in it.
They play a lot.
Yeah.
They reference a lot of
Gangster's Paradise.
Yeah, something like that. But it's very interesting.
Let's see. You didn't like any of the John Wick movies? I've only seen the first one. I won't say I liked it. I'll say I understood it.
I dread a line of animal cruelty.
Yeah, it was hard for me.
They don't show it, but I was like,
I knew.
You killed his dog?
That's awful.
Dude, you're already dead in my eyes.
Yeah. I enjoyed You've Got Mail at the time it came out. Now I'm like, this is kind of silly, but yeah, I get it. A Knight's Tale, you liked that more than I did.
I mean, that was with Heath Ledger.
Yeah, it was.
Of course I'm gonna like it.
It's Heath Ledger. Because one of my favorite movies, again, of all time is 10 Things I Hate About You. God, I love that movie.
You know, Dana, When Harry Met Sally is Mitchell's favorite, one of his favorite movies. He loves that movie.
I love When Harry Met Sally. I couldn't stand Sleepless in Seattle. Like, I hated everything about that movie. It just wasn't for me. Sweet Home Alabama, not another one of my favorites. I don't know why. I just, for some reason, that was the name of that movie.
Dangerous Minds.
The one that you were talking about.
No.
Yes.
Not the teacher one.
Yes. Is it Michelle Pfeiffer is the teacher?
No, not that one.
Oh, okay. I thought you were thinking Michelle Pfeiffer.
Not that one. It was I guess a good way to
describe it. You like this movie? Okay, I have to understand. I couldn't stand it because they don't meet till the very end. It's not a romance to me. Like, how
you know what's a romance? Romancing the Stone.
I love that.
That's a good one.
So it reminded me of going to the theater to see, and I can't remember the name of this. It's a one-word title, and Jodie Foster, and it was like post-Civil War, and she played a woman who thought she was a widow, and then her husband suddenly showed up and said he was alive, and she kind of eventually figured out that it wasn't really him. What's the name of this movie? Do you know? I got so angry at that movie. Like, I went and I was so excited, and then like the ending pissed me off so much.
I finally figured out what that movie was talking about. The teacher.
Okay.
The Freedom Writers.
Oh, okay.
That's one of my favorites.
Lady Hawk. I haven't seen Lady Hawk in a long time. You haven't seen it. It's an old movie from the 80s. It's good. Dazed and Confused. I haven't seen that in forever either. Hot Tub Time Machine is actually really funny.
You know, actually, I've been wanting to watch Rhonda, the Mona Lisa Smile movie.
I haven't seen that.
It's very interesting.
Fried Green Tomatoes.
Snippets on TikTok, because the For You page just does what it wants.
fried green tomatoes. Is Summersby. Thank you. Oh, that pissed me off so much. Oh my gosh, I left the theater angry. And my husband was like, "Down, girl, down." It's like, I'm so mad.
I guess I shouldn't watch it then.
It's no, not if you want anything that remotely ends happy.
Hillary
So
something was the
teacher.
Oh no, it was Erin Gruwell. That was her name. It was
Okay.
based on a true story. She changed an entire curriculum.
Interesting.
It was very interesting.
So, movies are fun. Thanks,
Yeah.
guys. That was a nice way to take our minds off of all the things.
Now books. No, I'm kidding.
No. I am going to go speak to my husband since
Okay.
he is home, and I am going to get the update from everybody. Thank you. Maverick was a good movie. Maverick was a good movie. It was James Garner, Jodie Foster, and Mel Gibson. That was really good.
Sister Act. I've seen snippets of Sister Act. I hear Sister Act 2 is better.
I didn't think so. Oh, we liked She's All That.
Yeah.
That's a classic.
A good Freddie Prinze Jr. movie with a cameo of Sarah Michelle Gellar, his future wife.
Yes. You just saw this for the first time recently.
No, actually, the first time I watched it was a couple of years ago with my roommate at the time. She and I just sat down one Halloween
and started
watching it. Yeah. I've been fascinated ever since.
Yeah.
Scared, but fascinated.
Okay, perfect. All right, yeah, thank you guys very much. I will give him all your love and hugs, and I know he appreciates it, and we'll keep you guys posted. I think we're going in the right direction, so hoping that next week will be better. And thank you guys for keeping us company tonight, because otherwise we would have been a little bit, like I said, pacing the floor and kind of losing our minds.
Thank you for just making us smile. You
yeah,
guys really
we appreciate you guys
our Wednesday night. We
so
truly
much.
Appreciate it.
And here he comes.
It's the tag of the marshmallow.
Oh no. Crazy man. Thank you guys.
Winter is coming.
Yeah, right. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you have Kickstarter questions, just holler at me. I know some of you have sent me PMs and I'm answering them right now. It's easier if you guys ask me in Kickstarter because it's all in one place. And I will do that first thing in the morning. And thank you guys so much. We love you. And we will see you next Wednesday. Mwah. Bye.
Bye.